Back inside Colonials Arena at the RMU Island Sports Center, it's your Men's Hockey Weekly. I'm Matt Geica, joined as usual by head coach Derek Schooley. And Coach, looking back to last weekend against Army, you have RIT coming in, but after both games this past weekend, there was a lot of talk about competitiveness and ramping that up. Do you find from your experience that a lot of that work can be done here in practice to improve that side of the game?
Well, I think that's where everything starts, and you practice for a reason. And you practice how you play. And sometimes if you don't play as hard in practice as you need to, it carries over to the games. I think right now we've played about a game and a half, and probably 2 games, and we're at 1-2-1. So we probably played half our games, and I wouldn't say our record's right where it should be. It could be 500, but we got to be a little bit better. We got to be a bit more detailed, and that comes with our older guys teaching our freshmen what's expected in practice and what's expected in the game.
Do you find that yourselves as coaches, maybe the players, have some extra urgency this week because of all the home games you have right now? You want to try to take advantage of that in the middle of this 6-game homestand. You don't get that too often in college hockey.
Well, I don't know. I think our schedule's our schedule, and we just got to be ready to play, and we got to make sure that we're focused and we're determined and we're ready to do everything we need to do. We got to have good practices, and we got to lead into a good weekend against RIT. And you don't always determine how you play on the result. I'd rather win ugly than lose pretty. And but if you're going to lose, you got to make sure you lose playing very well. And so far, we've got to make sure that we do a little bit better job in that scenario.
If you look at some positives in the early going, the power play has chipped in 4 goals. It's scored in 3 out of 4 games. What have you seen on the positive side from them, and what can you do to keep that going here this weekend?
Well, our power play's got some very skilled players. We made a couple minor tweaks to our power play, working on some things this week. I'll be interested to see how it works for the game, and made some additional changes on personnel. So that hopefully can help us get even more. I mean, right now we're at 18%. 18 is probably average, but it's helped win us games. It got us the win against Bowling Green. It got 2 goals in that game, and then it got us the tie against Army. So our power play has been very timely.
Well, speaking of power play, RIT has a really good one, 3rd in the country. I know it's early, but they just chipped in a few against Colgate, a big win for them. And they're a team that usually can score some goals. We're seeing that early on from Wayne Wilson's squad. Can you go off previous years when it comes to defending, say, a power play like the Tigers are going to have this weekend?
Well, they do have a dynamic power play. They've got some very good players in Brown and Gerdukis and Valenzuela and Willett on the point. And then you got Brubaker, who's got a big shot. So they've got a lot of weapons, and you got to make sure that you try to limit what they're trying to do. But Wayne's always been known for his power play, even back when they were Division III, and he came out to play us at Air Force. They've got a very good power play. They've always had one, and we got to be ready to get pucks 200 feet down the ice. We got to win some face-offs and make them start and come 200 feet.
The Colonials will be looking for their first Atlantic Hockey Association win this weekend. Another 2-game weekend here at the Island Friday and Saturday. 7:05 against RIT. Hope to see you out here.